that there are a lot of people in Washington, D.C. that if, certainly a lot of Democrats, that if he made that decision, that they'd be honored to work with him. But the fact is, we've got some great candidates in the on the Democratic side already, but ultimately each of the candidates will have to make up their own mind.
Presidential Press Secretary Josh Earnest earlier today on CNN staying non-committal about whether or not President Obama would back his Vice President Joe Biden should Joe decide to get in the presidential race for 2016. Now, that non-committal comment comes as reports reveal a close advisor of Biden's late son, Beau, has joined the Draft Biden Super PAC. Will the vice president enter this race? And if he does, what will it mean for current frontrunner Hillary Clinton? Good question to ask our political panel. Both these gentlemen join us from Washington. First of all, the host of The Agenda on Sirius XM Radio's Progress channel, as in progressive, Ari Rabin-Havt, who's also the former advisor to Senate Minority Leader Harry Reid, and on the Republican side of things, professor at Georgetown University and longtime GOP strategist Brad Blakeman. Gentlemen, thanks for making time here on Newsmax Prime. So, Ari, it's your party. Give us the lowdown. Is Joe going to jump in this thing?
If I were betting, I'm going to say he's thinking about it, but I think in the end he's not going to do it. Look, I know Josh Alcorn. We worked together when I was in Harry Reid's office. He's the Biden aide that people keep referring to. He's a really smart guy, really great strategist, really big asset to that effort. Look, he's the sitting vice president. He clearly wants to be president. He's run twice. I mean, I think it's going to be a question of, does he think he can raise the money? Does he think he can impact this race? And if he does, he'll jump in. I think he's going to turn around and realize it's a little bit late in the cycle, and he's probably going to pass.
It's interesting. You know, Brad, we obviously view this from across the aisle. And I look at it and I go, now, wait a minute. He's vice president of the United States. He could put a team in place and probably make a very solid appeal to the union folks out there and the union leadership. What do you think? Will Biden get in this thing?
I don't know whether he will, but he should. I mean, you know, Biden, if he's looking at the papers and looking at Hillary, she's weak. Her trust factor is a major factor in the general electorate, as is her likability. And you know, JD, the coin of the realm for presidential candidates is likability and trust, even before you get to policy. And the fact that we're even talking about Joe Biden tells you how damaged goods Hillary is. So if he's smart, he'd get in and he would eclipse Bernie Sanders and O'Malley in a heartbeat. The money would come his way, and there would be a real race, other than a coronation, which you can be selected by the party, but that doesn't mean you're going to be elected by the people.
Well, you know, it's interesting. You mentioned Joe should get into it. We know Mrs. Clinton is there. Not only is she into it, I mean really into it in terms of putting together ads. I know years ago it was Sally Fields at the Academy Awards who said, "You like me, you really like me." And it appears Secretary Clinton is trying to do that in ads that are up and running in Iowa and New Hampshire. Let's take a look to a portion, and then we'll get your reaction to the first ads from Hillary Clinton.
When I think about why I'm doing this, I think about my mother, Dorothy. She was abandoned by her parents at the age of 8, sent from Chicago to LA to live with grandparents who didn't want her. When she needed a champion, someone was there. I think about all the Dorothys all over America who fight for their families, who never give up. That's why I'm doing this.
So there's a spot from Hillary making her kinder and gentler based on her mom's life. Ari, is it going to work?
Look, I think this is the time in the race where Hillary Clinton's trying to introduce herself in a new way. I think generally people have said this is a good spot. It's one that tells her story in a positive way. She has the opportunity to do that. She's, Bernie Sanders is a real primary opponent, but he said, I'm going to make this about issues. I'm not going to attack her personally. So this is an opportunity for her to introduce herself to the American people again.
So, Brad, the notion that you use a parent rather than your own story, is that going to be effective? We've got about a minute left. Your take on the ad.
No, I don't think it's going to be effective at all. I'm sorry to say, and there's not going to be a run on Kleenex with people taking to Hillary in the way that they haven't taken to her already over 30 years. Either you like her or you don't. Either you know her or you don't. And the general electorate does know her. and they're saying they don't trust her and they don't like her, and any ad about her mother, trying to channel her mother, is not going to help Hillary Clinton. It's all about Hillary Clinton and nobody else. It's not even about Bill Clinton, and that's why I don't think it's going to work.
I've just got one word from this new information age, Ari, to respond. I'd like to get your response. Emails. Is that going to do in Hillary? You got about 30 seconds.
No, I think that most of the electorate either believes that Clinton scandals are either the biggest thing in the world, and those people are already voting against Hillary, and then there are people who are voting for Hillary who think it means nothing, and the middle's all confused by what this scandal means anyway, so I don't think so.
It may be a breakthrough, though, Ari. You used the word scandal with it, so I don't know what you're going to hear from pals. That'll do it right now. Ari and Brad, you have our thanks.